Welcome to the Garlic Boys podcast, where we treat friendship like a
Where we treat friendship like the rookie, the greatest show on the planet.
cop cutie, cute and on duty. Welcome to the Garlic Boys podcast, where we treat friendship like a good recipe treats garlic. You can never have too much of it. We're your hosts. I'm Connor O'Connor.
And I'm Drake Bell. Are there any underage girls that could chit chat, real quick? I'm sorry. No,
out of everything we talked about last week, the offhanded reference to Drake and Josh that I made maybe 40 minutes into the episode, you decided to base your entire intro off of that.
Yes, I did. don't stare at me like that.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you could have done better. Like, I'm sorry, Matt. I expected more out of you.
No, the entire episode was cottage cheese based, and I don't really want to do the creator of cottage cheese or something like that, something stupid.
You could have called yourself Little Miss Muffet.
I could have, but why would I want to do that?
Because Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet eating her curds and whey. Curds and whey is cottage cheese.
Yeah, no. We discussed this last episode.
Right.
But I don't want to be Little Miss Muffet.
But you sat on your tuffet and you ate your curds and whey.
Okay, all right. Erase all of that.
Okay,
just cut it all
again?
out.
All right.
We'll do it again.
All right. Round, take two.
Round two.
Round two. Fight. Welcome to the Garlic Boys podcast, where we treat friendship like a good recipe treats garlic. You can never have too much of it. We're your hosts. I'm Connor O'Connor.
And I'm a little spider with 8 legs. Arr, scary spider. Little Miss Muffet, you better watch out.
So instead of taking the straight over the plate approach, which we've discussed you should start doing a few times, you decide to go wow around the good answer.
No. The good answer was the spider that scared Little Miss Muffet. That's just common sense here.
Do you see the spider as the hero in that fairy tale?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. No. The spider looked at Little Miss Muffet and said, "Hey, first of all, why are you eating curds and whey? That's disgusting. Second of all, I really want to be your friend so I can convince you to stop eating curds and whey." So he came down to befriend Little Miss Muffet, and she had the gall to freak out.
You're right.
And be mad at the spider? No, absolutely not.
You're right. She was overreacting after he broke into her house, snuck up behind her.
She was
and just
on
scared
a
her.
tuffet.
In her house, dude.
What's a tuffet?
It's like an ottoman.
See, this whole time, I think this actually stems from a children's book that I saw this in.
Okay.
She was sitting outside, and in that case, she was in fact invading his home. But if that is actually what a tuffet is,
then... I think a tuffet is an ottoman.
What?
I could be wrong. Anytime I saw the story animated,
tuffet.
She was inside her own home.
It is an ottoman. It's like a little. It's like a little ottoman, a footstool.
Right. But even if she was outside, there's no way to prove it was his property unless he had the deed to the land in which he was upon. Even if she was in her backyard, that is still her property.
Look, oh man, I gotta take off my background for you to. I know. For you to see this picture, I need to remove my background. No, go away. Turn off all visual effects. So, oh come on, you dumb camera. Do you kind of see that? There's branches. She's sitting on a tuft of grass here, and the spider is taking off his little top hat and saying hello. Oh man, that's
straight up. It looks like a xenomorph to me.
I'm just saying.
I could not see a spider, her, or the tuffet.
I know.
At all.
This camera doesn't do well looking at phone screens for whatever reason. You know what I could do?
Just
oh my gosh.
To me?
No. I'll put it as my background for a quick second.
I'm not going to be able to see the whole thing.
Yeah, you'll see some of it. Oops, I forgot to. Whoops. All right, I'm sorry. This is what in the world? Yeah, a lot of these pictures I'm seeing are outside. Every single one of them. But regardless,
I don't believe
there's
you. Hold on.
Look it up.
All right, hold on. Little Miss Muffet. Oh, that's a Little Miss meme. Little Miss
okay, here we go.
Muffet lyrics, images.
If you look at that on my screen, you still can't see all of it.
Okay, hold on.
You can see little tufts of grass. You can see the web.
Okay, still, I think she has a point to be afraid. Look at this man.
Look at him. He's got glasses and a little top hat that he is raising off in a sign of hey, I mean you no harm. I'm just trying to introduce myself.
Oh yeah, I mean you no
as
harm.
A lovely
Let me just sneak
spider.
up behind you on my tiptoes.
It's not her
scare
fault.
The crap
She's
out
not
of you.
listening. She's eating. Caught it. She's probably gagging. She can't hear him.
No, she's just trying to enjoy nature, and he comes up behind her and goes, "Hey, you want to be friends?"
Okay, you don't know that's
like
what
a weirdo.
Like.
She's like 12, dude.
That's a little
old
racist.
Man glasses on.
That's a little racist towards spiders.
How is that racist?
Because spiders, Connor. Because spiders are a living being, and they deserve mutual respect. And if this guy looks like a gentleman.
You can find a one where he looks like a gentleman. Doesn't mean that's the right way that story goes.
I'm just saying, all he was trying to do is be friends with her. That's just how it is. That's the facts of the story. And she decided to be racist and be scared of the spider.
Again, that's not racism. That's speciesism.
No, it's if you say the race of man, the race.
It's not the race of man. It's the species of man. Look, you got to start in kingdom and then go down from there.
No.
Yes.
No book is ever going to say the species of man. They say the race of man. And every
it's the race of man.
But that's a perfect example. The race of elves, the race of orcs. They're all different races. They're all different species, but they're considered races.
That's
aliens.
Not what race means.
Okay. All right. We need to.
They're not different races. They're different species.
This isn't my topic for this week, so we're wasting so much
we're not
time.
even in topic territory yet. I was just trying to do the intro. I wanted to talk about how we never actually went and got sushi last week, and that's my fault.
That would be a fun little anecdote for the listeners here. Give me a second? I'm taking my sweater off.
Okay. Well, Matt is taking off his sweater. Let's talk about. Oh, hey, buddy. Hey, sorry. I wanted to do my alone time like you've been doing for the last few weeks.
Yeah, but I'm fast.
Can you walk away for 20 minutes and then I'll make fun of you to the audience so they can hear? I don't know. Just some time just to feel
max like 30 seconds. Here. Okay. I will. I'm going to go turn my fan on. So you got all the time in the world that you want.
You go.
Yeah.
Matthew believes that he doesn't actually have to wear sunscreen. He just sort of takes mayonnaise and places that on his face. If he doesn't have mayonnaise, he will use mustard. Now, the biggest reason I find that wrong is because mayonnaise will brown and add some like texture to any food. And so you'd think he'd be darker, right? But he's actually just super pale. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me why he's still that pale. And so, anyways, once you have the lightsaber, then you can start becoming a Padawan and finish your trials.
What?
Oh, I was just talking about the process of creating a lightsaber. I wasn't actually talking about you. It's okay. You don't have to listen back to the episode at all.
Oh, yeah, totally not.
Yeah. It's talking about like finding the Kyber crystal and all of that.
Okay. Yep.
Speaking of Kyber crystals, are you ready for the Clever Boy quiz?
Oh, we're just like starting right off the bat. Yeah. I'm ready.
I decided I'm going to talk about the our our date as my topic instead of just before anecdote.
Is that because you didn't plan a topic?
No, it's because you decided to rant about how the spiders were racist or whatever your your intro was.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready. You ready for me to win again?
Again?
Yeah, I just won last week.
Oh yeah, that's true. You're up to 6 now, right?
Do you have a name for number 7?
Yeah, I just forgot to put the tally that you were at 6.
Oh wow! Oh, ouch!
Sorry, I haven't had to touch that tally in forever. Yes. So I have right now. Your 6 times 6 is clever. Not a good name, but I came up with it, so it's fine. I do have a name for 7, so we're all prepared if you actually succeed today. So don't worry about that.
Cool beans.
Today's quiz is called "And the Oscar Goes to."
Okay.
I am going to give you a year at the Oscars.
Oh boy.
And you have to tell me what the Academy Award for Best Picture was for that year. Now,
what?
It goes back all the way to like the beginning of it. So it wasn't always called the Best Picture Award. And I'm only saying this because I know there are pedantic people. So it's not technically who won the Best Picture, but it's the equivalent of that year all the way up to a modern example, which is Best Picture. So you're going to tell me what you believe that was. If you'd like to go for half points, I can then give you a multiple choice answer.
Wait, what? Hold on. I'm sorry.
You get 2 points if you can just flat out name what the movie was that year.
But
and if you
okay, so question. If I get, do I just have to get like 11, which is over half then?
There are only 9 this time, so that only we can keep questions. It. So for 18, half of that, you'd have to get over 9 points, basically.
Okay. All right. So about like 10-ish.
I'd say if you get 9 points, you win.
Okay, so I could coast the whole game doing multiple choice.
Do you want to just do the multiple choice then if you're going to make this boring?
Please.
Okay, then we'll just do the multiple choice and you have to get 5 out of 9.
All right, sounds good.
So lame, dude.
This isn't boring. I don't know when movies came out and did Best Picture. Like, there's no way.
Well, you're about to learn. The first year we are starting with is 1939.
Holy baloney. All right.
Your movie choices are A, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
Good
B, The Wizard of Oz. C, Gone with the Wind. Or D, Wuthering Heights.
All right. So I guess I should ask. And you don't have to give me the answer, I guess. Did all these movies like actually come out in this year? It's just like we're like up for the running, but like one of them won.
All of these movies were nominated.
Okay. All right.
Only one of them has won. There's no trick answer. One of these was that winner.
Cool. Let's go with The Wizard of Oz.
Final answer?
Yes, sir.
Matt, that is incorrect. The Academy Award that year went to Gone with the Wind.
Oh, that's
your mom's favorite movie.
Yeah, that's fair.
Come on, dude.
That. Yeah, but The Wizard of Oz is objectively better.
Not really. Number 2. Sorry, did it win Best Picture? No, it didn't.
That means nothing.
Number 2, 1957 is the year.
Okay.
Was the winner 12 Angry Men? B, Sayonara. C, The Bridge Over the River Kwai. Or D, Witness for the Prosecution.
I've never heard of any of these, so I'm going to go with the 12 Angry Men because I have kind of heard of that one.
Final answer?
Sure.
Matt, that is incorrect. The answer was C, The Bridge Over the River Kwai.
All right, cool.
I believe that is a World War II film.
If only I was born, anytime before the 90s.
Probably not. Number 3, the year is 1962.
Okay.
And your choices are A, The Music Man. B, The Longest Day, C, Lawrence of Arabia, or D, To Kill a Mockingbird?
The Longest Day. B.
Final answer?
Sure.
I'm sorry, Matt. That's incorrect. The answer was C, Lawrence of Arabia.
Okay.
For some reason, I think that starred Dustin Hoffman, but I'm pretty sure I'm wrong with that. Yes, okay. I am very wrong. That's definitely not it.
Okay.
Forget I said that. Number 4. The year is 1977. So it's a little closer to your birth. Was the Best Picture winner A, The Goodbye Girl, B, Julia, C, Annie Hall, or D, Star Wars?
Oh man, I really want to pick Star Wars, but I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna get Best Picture. Let's go C, Annie Hall. Is that what it was?
Final answer?
Final answer.
Matt, that is correct. Annie Hall was the Best Picture winner that year.
All right.
And I'd like to reiterate, Star Wars was nominated. I didn't just pick it because it was a movie that you'd like that came out that year.
I wish it would have won. It should have won.
It definitely should have. Number 5, 1982. Was the Best Picture winner Tootsie, The Verdict, Gandhi, or D, E.T. the Extraterrestrial?
I've never heard of any of the other movies.
I thought you were about to say I've never heard of any of them. I was like, you've never heard of E.T., dude?
I've heard of E.T., and that's... Yeah, fine. E.T.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Matt, that is incorrect. It was C, Gandhi.
Gotcha.
That was about Gandhi, and it was a great movie.
It was... Wait, hold on. The movie named Gandhi was about Gandhi?
I know, it's wild. Like, some of these naming conventions, I don't understand.
That's insane. Wow.
Movie number 6. The year is 1991.
Okay.
Was the Best Picture winner A, The Silence of the Lambs,
Ooh.
B, Beauty and the Beast,
Ooh.
C, Bugsy, or D, JFK?
Listen. The stuff I've been picking has been because I know it, but it's obviously not working.
Right.
Can you read me one more time through the answers?
Sure. A, The Silence of the Lambs, B, Beauty and the Beast, C, Bugsy, or D, JFK?
Listen, Bugsy sounds kind of familiar. I'm going to go with that one.
C, final answer?
Sure, because I've been wrong. If I pick the ones I know, like the first two, yeah, I'm probably going to be wrong. So yeah, final answer.
That is incorrect. The correct answer was A, The Silence of the Lambs.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It's all right. We're getting closer to when you were born, so maybe that'll help.
No, it won't.
Number 7, 1998.
Hey, year we were born.
Is the Best Picture winner A, Elizabeth, B, The Thin Red Line, C, Shakespeare in Love, or D, Saving Private Ryan?
Ooh.
Saving Private Ryan, of course, was the number 1 movie while we were born.
Right, but I feel like that's a ploy to get me off track here. May have been the number 1 movie, but I'm going to go with C.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Matt, that is correct. Shakespeare in Love, starring Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, I'm almost positive I've heard of that.
Pretty sure some other people. You probably remember in the humanities building at college, there was a poster for Shakespeare in Love up on the English floor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably it.
That's how I remembered it. Alrighty. Number 8, 2003. So you were 5 at this point. Let's see if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
A, Lost in Translation. B, Seabiscuit. C, Mystic River. D, The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King.
I don't think I can win at this point.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I think I've definitely gotten probably 5 incorrect. Let's go. Yeah, you know what? No, because man, this is tough. Okay, I've lost anyway, so I'm just gonna pick my favorite of the 4. I'm gonna go Lord of the Rings.
Really, you're not gonna go Seabiscuit?
I don't like Seabiscuit. I
Toby Maguire's in it though.
Right, but I always thought it was a ocean movie. And every single time it tricked me. It duped me into thinking that. And I didn't like it.
I thought it was an ocean movie. Turns out it's just about the stupid fastest horse ever.
Yeah, exactly. So
who wants to watch that? It's not even a real biscuit.
It's not even a real biscuit. See, I really thought it was gonna be like a species of animal in the ocean, like a biscuit, but in the sea. Like it looks like a biscuit, so they named it Seabiscuit.
Oh, for sure. I can see how dumb you were, but like I still don't. Did you think like Mystic River was like another body of water that was fictional?
That does sound like it could be. Definitely like it kind of almost sounds like a Native American type movie.
Oh, actually, maybe.
I've never watched any of those movies except for Lord of the Rings.
I haven't either. You are correct though. Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King won that.
Really? All right.
That was why I picked that one. I was like, will he think it won? Because I do remember at least one of the movies won Best Picture. I couldn't remember if it was Return of the Kings though. I thought it was Two Towers. But anyways, number 9, final one. Yeah, final one. 2019.
Ooh, pretty recent.
Yeah. Was the winner A, Jojo Rabbit, B, 1917, C, Parasite, or D, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Let's go Jojo Rabbit. That sounds I feel like I know I've heard of it. I haven't seen it, but let's go Jojo Rabbit.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Matt, that is incorrect. It was C, Parasite.
Cool.
Jojo Rabbit, if you haven't watched it before, you definitely should. It's Taika Waititi directing, and he also stars in it as Hitler.
Oh.
But not as real Hitler, as the fictional imagined version of Hitler in a young Nazi scout, like Nazi youth scout, during World War II. It also has Stephen Merchant, Sam, oh no, what is his name? The bad guy from Iron Man 2, Sam.
You mean like the Whiplash guy, or
no, Justin Hammer, Sam Rockwell. That's what his name is.
Yeah.
Stephen Merchant, Sam Rockwell, Scarlett Johansson. The little boy who stars in it is so good in the movie. It's so funny, but like heartbreaking at the same time. Much like Taika Waititi's films for the most part. 1917 is about World War One. It's shot. I'm not sure if it's one continuous, like unbroken shot the entire movie, but it's shot like it's supposed to be, and it's fantastic.
That's cool.
And Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is by Quentin Tarantino. So there's feet in it. You're welcome. And Parasite, I believe, is a Korean language film. I haven't seen it yet because it is spooky, and I don't do spooky movies. But it from what I've been told by people who have watched it, it's really good. But
I'll have to watch it.
I don't do spooky movies, but I watch it. I recommend it.
All right, it sounds good.
But Matt, that means with that one that you for sure lost this round of the Cleverboard quiz with a score of 3-6.
All right, love it.
That makes you another loss. Fun fact, all but 2 of those, the answer was C, and I thought you were going to pick up on that pattern.
I actually did pick up on the pattern. I didn't want to let you know that I pick up on the pattern. But once I picked up on the pattern, I was already like 3 or 4 losses in. And so I didn't feel like there was any need to continue once I hit that 5th, because I think I guessed C, and it was incorrect, and it was like my 5th loss or something. So I was already done. I was already done for. So, it is what it is.
I knew like if I changed it up for at least one, you might start feeling less confident about every answer being C.
Right.
I just thought that'd be a fun way to do this quiz because, I mean, it's a more difficult quiz, so why not do mental games as well as?
Oh yeah, psychologically torture me as well as physically.
Yeah,
it's good.
It's a lot of fun for me.
I bet.
All right, Matt. With that out of the way, would you like to start with your topic for this week?
Yeah. I'm actually gonna change my background real quick to fit the topic a little bit better. So I was talking with Mia a couple days ago, hanging out with her this weekend for a little Valentine's celebration, all that jazz. And we were talking about how definitely within our lifetime, I would say there's going to be a post-apocalyptic event. Not sure what it is. I feel like the obsession with it and everybody getting into, like post-apocalyptic TV shows like The Last of Us and Walking Dead, and, Divergent being a movie post-apocalyptic world. And there's a lot of hype over it. But the thing that's like sticking out to me is the like realisticness of the post-apocalyptic possibility. Like with The Last of Us, the cordyceps is an actual fungus, and it does actually take over animals, mainly ants, and take them over. So it's like a legitimate thing. And the thing in the game is that, at least, or I guess I should say in the show, they reiterated the point of like the Earth heating up and the cordyceps mutating in order to survive in a host body of humans.
Sorry, just a real quick, a fun fact I learned about The Last of Us. In the game, like canonically, but when the infection happens or whatever, one of the last albums that released before that was by Outkast, and the song "Hey Ya" was on it. So there's a good chance that some of the only media left for them to listen to is just "Hey Ya."
They also missed out on the entirety of the Marvel universe, like, for sure, all of it.
But it would be really funny to me if Pedro Pascal just came out at one point and was like, all right.
I think they also missed out on the 6th Star Wars movie, I guess number 3 in the list. Yeah. I think that came out like they watched the second movie of the prequels, and then the third one would have come out either the year or like a couple years after. They never got the conclusion to the prequels, so they don't know that Darth Vader is Luke's father at all.
They don't know that Anakin is Darth Vader. Well, I guess they would if they paid close enough attention to the originals,
right?
Because they're like, your father was a Jedi named Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
But they don't know about his turn to the dark side and like all of that. And along that same line though, someone said that with how the Battle of Hogwarts takes place canonically in the books, they're like a month shy of Shrek coming out, or it's either Shrek coming out or just All Star by Smash Mouth coming out.
Right.
And all the students that died don't get to listen to it.
Oh, that's so sad. What a sad existence. Anyway, back to my original point. I am mentally, I am turned to the possibility of an apocalyptic event of some sort, whether it be, mutually assured destruction by nuclear warfare, or whether it be, chemicals from trains getting into the water and, producing some hybrid creature, octopuses learning how to create a mech suit, hence the background, and take over the world, or fungus mutating to take over us because of our impending doom in regards to the climate heating up globally.
So just something real quick, with the picture, if you wouldn't mind just moving your head a little bit. Are those the octopus's eyes, or does he have lenses?
I have absolutely no idea. I found this picture 10 minutes before we started.
I only ask because if those are lenses, a fun fact I just learned about octopus is they can't see red light.
Oh, really?
And so biologists do
Sorry.
Biologists will leave red water bottles around in tanks and stuff so that octopi can go into them.
Ahsoka, quit.
And it's a dark, like peaceful place for them to go to. And so if those are red lenses on that octopus's mask, we will be fine. Just judging by your depiction of an octopus mech suit.
I'm sure. I mean,
what do you mean? I'm spouting out facts here. I'm just saying we can just defeat them by putting out red light everywhere.
But that's the thing. Things mutate. They adapt. They learn to overcome. And octopuses are very, very smart. I feel like they could overcome it, but regardless,
they can't overcome optical blindness.
Okay, all right. So what happens if? Oh man, 3D movies would be wild for octopi. So what?
I can't see the left side of the screen.
What would happen then if we because red lenses would definitely protect us from octopi, but the red lenses wouldn't work against, say, nuclear bombs. So
yes, they do. That's how you look at the solar eclipse.
Oh man.
No, the sun is way more powerful than one nuclear bomb.
Looking at it, sure, but I don't think the actual blast could be over. You know what? No, that's what we've been missing this whole time. Who needs a bomb shelter when you could just surround yourself in red lens?
Red plastic is all you need to survive.
red plastic, because nuclear explosions just avoid red plastic.
I'm just saying, you're out here fear mongering when a fungus, fire, we're good. Nuclear bomb, like I said, red lenses. Octopus, I'll just drink all the water. How you gonna survive now, dummy?
You're gonna drink all of the water. How, dude? We can't survive without water. Unless we can adapt our bodies to not have to survive by water, which is impossible. I don't think that we could drink the planet dry and then survive for much longer. We might as well be just killing ourselves.
I mean, anyone that's using the Colorado River Basin as their water is already drying that up. So I think humans are doing a pretty good job at that job already.
No, we are. But
I'm just saying, if we really wanted to, we could use up all the water. Except
but again,
the government is putting restrictions on us and not letting us have our God-given right to drink water. Let me tell you something here, Matt.
I actually... capitalistic rant a little bit here. I do actually believe that water should be free. Given
the fact that water
is
isn't free is the craziest thing that we've ever done.
Absolutely. And there is a company out there that's trying to spread, free water awareness and stuff like that. Blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. The point is, I did actually, when Donald Trump was president, I tweeted at him because he was the president. And and I asked him a theory that I had on water. This is in college. You might remember this.
I don't.
I had a theory on psychedelics in the water.
Uh-huh.
And that sorry, anti psychedelics in water, or
Gotcha.
maybe, or no, there were psychedelics in the water because there's stuff in the water.
Yeah, they're putting chemicals in the water and it's turning the freaking frogs gay.
That was a really good.
I didn't even plan to say that.
That wasn't planned at all. No, but the point is, there's psychedelics in the water, and
Right.
we have to continually drink the water, so we are addicted to it. We don't actually need water, which is why when you stop drinking water, you can experience things like sickness, hallucinations, a bunch of other stuff. Like mirages in the desert.
Right.
That's actually glimpsing the real world. The hallucinations we see are actually us seeing into the real world. And the hallucinations are the thing we see on a normal day, like right now, is actually hallucinating all of this stuff. That's why we have to drink water. It's a capitalistic ploy to make us survive, quote unquote, by drinking water continuously.
It's just like that big brain theory that oxygen is actually poisonous to us, but it takes about 70 to 80 years for it to actually die from inhaling it.
That's actually definitely a big brain theory. It's definitely a true one.
Sorry, was I not sarcastic enough for you there? I can do better. Did you hear about this news story? That oxygen is bad for you. That's why the government wants you to pay for it, right? For the pure O2. It's because they're getting the good stuff, not this crappy air that they've got out here, which is killing us. 70, 80 years breathing this stuff, we start dying. I tell you what, they used to live hundreds of years.
And why do you think, Connor, that pure oxygen canisters, you have to either buy insurance or by your own money, you have to pay for those to survive? Why do you think old people are all on oxygen tanks? It's because they've lasted this whole lifetime breathing in all this bad oxygen, and then they get these pure oxygen tanks in order to make their life last a little bit longer, so that they can breach past that 70, 80 year thing.
Matt, if you're gonna say crazy things, you need to say it with more of like a tone to let people know you think it's crazy, and so you don't get clipped and just like, look, he agrees. We can't
listen. The flat Earth is real.
We can't become a right-wing podcast. Neither one of us are right-wing.
No, we are very not. Which is,
I don't even have wings.
Be who you want to be, BARBIE. But the thing is, you can't.
Hold on. BARBIE. Barbie, got it. Okay, sorry.
Barbie, there you go, bud.
You can't spell quickly around me.
Listen, it's a common slogan from like the early 2000s Barbie commercials.
Oh, it's a common slogan. Everyone knows how to spell properly, and nobody has issues with it at all, Matt.
What were you doing watching the Barbie commercials? And when they said, be who you want to be, BARBIE, you're like, oh yeah, barbecue.
I don't watch commercials. I'm impatient. Back when we had real TV, I would just flip to another channel that had something on.
Oh my gosh, same. And then you'd like the remotes, the newer remotes would have like that previous button where you could just go back to the channel after a couple minutes. Exactly. Oh yeah, all the time. I also watch shows that I wasn't allowed to watch. And then like if my parents or something ever came in, I'd switch to the channel, like Wizards of Waverly Place, for sure.
But then you could go back into the guide and see what channels you'd been. So you had to go like 6 other channels to reset the entire backlog.
Yeah, it's freaking wild, the things we did.
I think the dumb part is we actually thought we were outsmarting our parents. I know for sure I got like she knew I was doing stuff like that.
Oh, see, it's possible they knew, but like my parents aren't technologically advanced to look at the whole guide thing, and also I told them I was watching Wizards of Waverly Place when I wasn't supposed to, like a couple years ago, and they were like, "What?" Like,
yes,
you watched that demon show? It was so good.
Yeah, it was okay.
Oh
but
man, ouch! That movie at the very end. Oh,
which one? The final episode or the movie that came afterwards?
The one where the three siblings had to compete against each other. So maybe it was the final episode or was the movie? I don't remember, but whatever it was.
The final episode. The movie was Russo versus Russo, where Alex makes like an evil version of herself.
Okay, yeah, no, it's definitely the final episode then.
I feel bad for Max. Everyone else got magical powers but him.
Yeah, poor Max.
He does get the substation though.
I don't know if that's a plus or not.
With how big that restaurant is on a New York rent, that's great.
Working at food service for the rest of your life, not exactly the most ideal thing.
Okay, it's making sandwiches. Anyone can make a sandwich. I made a sandwich today.
Yeah, and anyone can be pissed off that the sandwich is slightly different than they had expected, and it's annoying.
If you get upset because someone made a sandwich wrong, you have worse problems in your life, and you're taking it out on them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I'm just saying, I work too long in food service to know that people will groan and moan about anything.
Yeah, people will let you down because you think that they're decent and actually have a brain, but they really don't. But that's neither here nor there.
If I only had a brain.
Anyways, yeah, I don't. Sorry, to resolve your original point here.
Yeah.
I'm sure the apocalypse will happen.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like what we think it will be in real, like on TV and movies, because that's exaggerating for the worst. But like, there's a certain country out on the other side of the world that I don't believe is going to stop if we're like, hey, stop, don't do that. So something bad can happen from that. I'm sure we're going to run out of clean water soon because regulations keep getting stripped by companies that don't want to have to pay to upgrade things, even though it would make it safer for literally everybody so that things didn't stop going wrong.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be greedy. It all comes down to greed.
Yeah.
No matter what situation you say the apocalypse is going to happen by, I guess, except fungus, because fungus don't have brains or sort of really any drive for anything except to grow more. But like nuclear war, any sort of like poison in the water and like chemical warfare like that, or I guess the octopus making trash mix, is all going to come down to greed. And if we don't start fighting greed and getting rid of it from people, or getting rid of the people that only care about it, then we're going to have problems.
Oh, yeah.
And the biggest thing to worry about is not whether or not you have a hustle mentality. It's whether or not you care only about money and literally nothing else matters. You can have a hustle mentality where you want to do better, you want to get better, and you want to like elevate yourself to a status. But if it just becomes, oh, I'm not going to pay the $5 million to retrofit all these safety features on my equipment, because if I just have to pay $1 million every few years in settlements, then that's fine enough. And that's the problem.
Oh yeah, no, 100% agree. Can we real quick talk about the word retrofit? I think it's such a funny word. I think it's a really funny word. Just because retro makes me think of like not current days, but like old days, you know, retro. And fit. I just don't understand the word retrofit, where the word came from. Doesn't really matter. I just didn't want to be depressing anymore.
Hold on.
Go
retrofit.
Go live that American dream, everybody. Please don't. The American dream is garbage.
To retrofit something that did not have it when manufactured.
So it's like going back and fitting something. Oh, so that's what it means, retrofit. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Buddy.
Let's talk about what happened last week.
Last week we went out to dinner, guys. It was a really nice date.
It was supposed to be such a fun time for us to hang out with each other and eat as much sushi as possible.
Yeah.
However, so there's a place where we went to during college that we knew we could get all you can eat sushi at. Now there is a place closer to where I live that I've gone to for all you can eat sushi before. But when I checked their website again, it said nothing about the all you can eat sushi. So, and to me, that meant they no longer had it.
Oh man, dude, we could have at least had some sushi though.
I know. And we're gonna get into that mistake on my part.
I'm sorry. Apparently somebody's dying.
Well, that's not good.
No, that's just a fire truck.
Oh, okay. That's fine. So we went down to the restaurant, and when we got there, it was closed.
Well, hold on. The windows are always tinted. Like we know this. We've been there plenty of times.
Windows are tinted, so it always looks black. The front door was open.
Wide open. There's two doors. There's a front door like on the sidewalk, and then
the front door and then the lobby door. They're both unlocked. We walk in and the lights are off, and they're like, that's weird. And then we turn towards like where you walk to, and there's just a lady on the bar. Like looks like we think she was probably sleeping.
I really hope she was sleeping, because if she was dead and we just left.
I think she was sleeping, but we backed out.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
we didn't turn her. We literally backed out, like Scooby-Doo style, backed out of the car,
like pressing the rewind on a DVD player.
And then we look at it. They closed for like an hour and a half in the middle of the day, and we didn't know that
because we put it in the maps and it said open. Quit barking. We put it in the maps and it said open, and then it closed.
It was open while we were driving. It closed, right? So then we're looking, and in my head, I forgot we were there for sushi. I was just thinking, how much food can I get into my body? And so instead of going to several of the good places that we could get sushi that Matt found close to where we were, I was like, well, there's a Golden Corral 40 minutes from here.
So we drove like 40 minutes to get sushi, and then we turned around and drove another 40 minutes to go get Golden Corral.
Which one of the biggest mistakes ever.
I felt so bad, like such garbage after that.
In the moment, I was like, "Oh, this isn't that bad, right? Like, it's food still. Like, the mashed potatoes were good, and so were the rolls." And then as soon as we left, the mac and cheese was bad. As soon as we left, I was sitting in the car. I was like, "I'm not gonna feel good later." Like, I just knew it. We got home. I fell asleep. And I had to work that night, so luckily I got woken up in time to go into work. But I was sitting, and I was just like sweating bullets, like I'm seriously going to die. That's what I kept thinking. I was like,
kind of like me after I ate a tub of cottage cheese.
I'm literally leaning on the desk, and I was just like, I don't want to be awake anymore.
The eternal sleep is what I crave.
And I text Matt, and I was like, Golden Corral was a bad idea. I'm so sorry. And he texts me back, it was. I'm in pain.
Yeah, it was I'm sorry. Golden Corral's shouldn't exist. I don't know how there are still some like here and there that still exist. It's kind of like Dollar General where they just won't go away. Except I just hope they don't make a comeback like Dollar General's doing.
The cashier at Dollar General threatened to stab me once.
What?
Yeah. So he didn't like flat out say it. Like I heard him mumble it, and I just needed toilet paper, so I like wasn't gonna be a big deal. But like he was training a new person. Something messed up when I put my card in the system. And so like they had to reset the system and they got this huge line and I just hear, I swear I'm gonna stab you with a freaking knife. I was like, I don't
Jeez
care.
Louise.
I didn't do anything wrong.
that's horrible.
I'm just trying to buy toilet paper, dude.
That kind of reminds me of a funny story. We have family videos that are just us as kids, and they're hilarious. They're absolutely great. We'll have to show you sometime. I don't know why we haven't. But there's one point where my sister walks over to the camera, and she like goes out of sight behind the camera. And my other sister, who is her biological cousin, because we adopted a bunch of girls, you know this, but listeners would be confused if that
Right.
if I just said that. She goes, Jennifer, get your hands off that camera or I'll break your finger. And like she says it off camera, so you don't know, like it's her voice, but like you can't see her say it.
Right.
But she denies it still to this day. She still denies that she ever said that. But it's a funny moment we always like to point out when we're watching family videos.
We don't have many family videos. I don't think we have any family videos, to be honest.
Oh. The only reason we have family videos is, well, one, my dad had a camera, and I guess that, but two, 1 year my sister spent a couple $1,000s, I think, at the dollar store, and decided to force us all to do Christmas, like a Christmas video.
Right.
So we did a bunch of different Christmas dances, and we did a bunch of different Christmas skits and songs, and it was a disaster.
Well, that's why Dollar General's still in stock. Your sister is fully funding that company.
She funded it for like the next 6 years.
Well, yeah. It's not like it's not like they're paying to clean their stores.
They were like, we just got a bunch of purchases in Nevada. Let's pop up a bunch of stores and keep this going. People love Dollar General.
Sir, should we put a store like a reasonable distance away from the other one? No, right next to each other.
Listen, if you're not on the same road and driving another 2 minutes to get to a different Dollar General, then what are you doing, really?
Make it impossibly hard to get into any of their driveway, like to pull in. Like if it doesn't have to be a split-second decision after you turn onto the street to turn into it, you're doing it wrong.
There's the drive, like the big driveway to the Dollar General right down the road from my house is huge. Like it is absolutely wide. Except instead of just letting everybody use the entirety of the lane, they have some of it like striped off. For whatever reason, like it could fit 8 cars in it, but they're like, hey, let's just stripe it off. I don't know why they made it so big.
The crazy part about the Dollar General near where you live is you live in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that you have a Dollar General 2 minutes from you just proves how wild Dollar General is at where they place their stores.
Well, that's what they do. They place it like right. So it's like a convenience store. I mean, that's the epitome of the word convenience store. Like it's at a place where I'd have to drive 10 minutes to go into town to go to Walmart or County Market or something like that. Or I could literally walk to Dollar General if I wanted.
I could walk there too. I used to walk to the old one. They moved the Dollar General in on my street. From like basically a quarter of a mile down the road.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why they moved it. Oh, well, it makes sense now. It's like a standalone building instead of being a part of the shopping center. So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair. So it can have room to expand if it needs to or something like that. We need, you know what we need? We need like a hotel Dollar General, like a 6th-floor Dollar General that's just everything.
Like a department store version of Dollar General.
Yeah, it's like huge Dollar General with like at the top floor is like rich people suites, like they could live there or like stay there for.
But it's rich people for like Dollar General, so it's like $30 for a night.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I think we've bullied Dollar General enough. Listener, we want to thank you for tuning in again this week. If you have not already, we would love for you to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. We are at The Garlic Boys. You should be able to find us on there. As well, we also have a Patreon with exclusive videos and features, such as topic suggestions and shout-outs. Subscriptions to our Patreon start at just $3 a month, and you'll be able to get a new monthly series that was a Patreon exclusive if you subscribe to there. We also have our video versions of the podcast coming up weekly on YouTube. And so if you ever want to see us while you hear us, you can check us out there. Matt, any final thoughts?
Stop throwing your trash in the ocean and stop raising the temperature of the earth because the apocalypse is impending.
Yep. I think that's a great place to end. Thank you for that that great shining optimism for this next week.
You're welcome. Good luck, everybody. Endure and survive.
I guess on that note, all that's left for us to say is remember to always
stay garlicky.
I'm sorry. I can't keep doing this, Matt. We say the same thing every week.
And I say it at the same time as you every week. And you get pissed off because I'm literally saying it.
Look, I say remember to always. And then I take a breath.
Garlicky.
I take a breath, and then it's not until I'm halfway through the word stay.
Okay, I've explained this to you multiple times that video communication is always a little bit behind. So like I'm trying, but you're saying something and it's delayed on my thing, and then I'm saying it back, which is delayed on your thing. It's just double delaying, you know?
Okay. All right. We'll take that excuse, but we're going to try this one more time.
Okay.
All right. And remember to always
stay garlicky. You just got to keep going with it.
I can't just hold out stay and wait for you to continue.
Yes, you can. You absolutely can.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.